KE5TXW on the wheel.
Oh, George.
Howdy, howdy, is that Clyde over?
Oh, yes, sir, who it is. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing all the good. I hope you are too. Misty, cool days out here in central Texas. Cloudy, foggy, misty, but fortunately no freezing weather for the last couple of weeks, brother.
Oh, Roger Dodger. I'll tell you what,
going to be trivia
I just got this antenna back up today, and I've never been happier. It's like a sissy at a boys' camp, over.
Okay, with LSP, is there going to be trivia tonight?
Yeah, Pancake Fire Station, everything is going to be trivia tonight. My answer, I don't know, but I will stand by and listen. WB5TX7.
All right, yeah, just waiting for the QSOs again, guys. Trivia time on the air. Who's out there? Who's got a wristwatch?
W9BDN, it's 90129.
Don't dock my pay, guys. I can't afford to take a pay cut.
Kilo Zero, Sugar Delta.
There we go. We got the whole gang in here.
Hello, Pedro.
Hey, there's Worldwide Clyde. I've been seeing your call sign on the net logger, and now I hear your voice. That's great.
Oh, yeah, I finally got it antenna back up.
What's the matter with you? Why did it go down in the first place? You using cheap antennas or what?
Wind?
Oh, that wind. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, we had terrible wind and snowstorm and all that kind of mess. I wasn't going to get out there in the darn snowstorm and put up an antenna. I didn't care if I was going to talk to Jesus Christ.
I don't blame you. Well, welcome to you there, Worldwide Clyde. This is KE5GGY, high atop Stone Mountain, Denton County, Texas, just north of Dallas and Fort Worth. I'm listening tonight all over the place. I've got Dahlonega, Georgia going, and that is rocking. I've got Pennsylvania going. Let me get that, make sure that's up. And then I've got the Utah SDRs in addition to my QTH here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. All that to say, if you're out there, I'm really making an effort to hear you. Actually, last night, the night before, I've been turning down my headphone here in Dallas so I can hear more of you guys in the hinterland. So let's see what we can get into. Got some rock and roll to start out with. We always do that. Rock and roll and music trivia to start out with. Let's see what we can get into. Beatles, got a couple Beatles questions that are left over from last night. We had a Beatles quiz, so let's finish this quiz up. In what U.S. city did the Beatles perform their last stadium concert? This is a challenging question. Anybody want to tackle it for 1,000,000 points? Which city did the Beatles perform their last stadium concert? Let's go to George, see what he says. What do you say?
It's got to be New York City, Shea Stadium.
All right, New York, Shea Stadium. I don't know about the stadium, but New York is a choice. Anybody else?
Yes.
Who said yes? Who said that?
Tango Fox.
The Fox, go ahead.
San Francisco.
San Francisco is also a choice. Anybody else?
Iowa Hawks, San Francisco.
Okay, the San Franciscos are winning, and San Francisco is correct. Who is the Fox station that got that right?
Alpha Charlie 7, Tango Fox. Apollo in Muncie, Indiana.
Red flag.
Alpha Charlie 0, is it Tango Fox?
Alpha Charlie 7, Tango Fox.
All right, Alpha Charlie something, Tango Fox. I got you. KE5GGY. Let's do a second question for you. What's the name there? What's the name?
Handle here is Paul.
All right, let's get her done. Here's the second Beatles question for you. What song by the Beatles was written for a U.S. political campaign? There's four good choices here, but let's see if you know what song by the Beatles was first written for a U.S. political campaign. What do you say?
Oh, boy. Top of my head, how about the Taxman?
Taxman is a choice. So is Back in the USSR, Here, There, and Everywhere, or Come Together? I'm wondering about Come Together.
MQS, if he doesn't know it.
MQS, what do you think?
Iowa Hawks.
MQS.
Back in the USSR.
Oh, as a political song? That's interesting. The Iowa Hawk, what do you say?
Come together.
You say what?
Come together.
Okay. All right, what's going to be interesting? I'm going to guess Come Together. Let's see which one it is. It is Come Together. Was composed for Timothy Leary running against Ronald Reagan for the gubernatorial election of California. How about that? All right. Well, thank AC0TF KE5GGY. Here's an easy one for the Beatles. Let's get a new player, somebody who hasn't been on this week. What British city did the Beatles come from? Who's out there that hasn't been on?
Delta X-ray.
Worldwide Clyde, what do you say?
Liverpool.
Liverpool is correct. Worldwide Clyde for one more. Let's see what you get here. Worldwide Clyde. Nowhere Boy is a film about the early life of what Beatle? Nowhere Boy is a film about the early life of what Beatle? Clyde.
I have no idea, but I'd say John.
John Lennon. Okay. Anybody else?
I'm going to beat MQS. I'm going to say Paul McCartney.
All right, Jimmy's saying Paul McCartney. It is John Lennon, so way to go. Worldwide Clyde. Okay, here is another Beatles movie question. Good quiz. I like this. What Beatles starred in the movie Caveman? Oh, I think I remember that. Caveman. Anybody?
Sierra Delta Foxtrot.
STF.
That'd be Ringo Starr.
I think you're right. Ringo Starr for Caveman. STF, you got it. Let's do two in a row. Beatles.
That's where he met his wife.
Where he met his wife. Did he really? Barbara Bach?
Yeah. Don't you remember?
She was, he married up a bit. Don't you think? Barbara Bach, Ringo Starr, don't you think that's a little, like, one-sided? Just saying. Okay, here we go. Who got that right? Who got that correct?
Kilo 0 Sierra Delta Foxtrot, Steve.
All right, Steve, good to hear you, man. You got one of the louder signals on the air. Steve, here's another Beatles question for you. What road appears on the cover of an album by the Beatles? I mean, that's like an idiot question, but go ahead. You're not an idiot. You know this, I'm sure.
Abbey Road.
Abbey Road, yeah, that's like elementary, my dear Watson. One more player. We're talking Beatles. Oh, this is a good one. What member of the Beatles was the oldest?
That'd be Ringo Starr.
Dangerous Don. I hear Dangerous Don. Go ahead. Come back, Dangerous Don, one more time. Ringo Starr, the oldest. Anybody disagree? Nobody disagrees, and that is correct. Dangerous Don for one more. Another Beatles question for you. Here it is. What is the color of the famous Beatles submarine? What? Another KW question. What color is the Beatles submarine? I think it was yellow, too. We all live in a yellow submarine. All right, that was stupid. Let's try one more. What was the name of the second Beatles movie that was released in 1965? What was the name of the second Beatles movie released in 1965? Anybody with the answer for 1,000,000 points?
BDN.
BDN, Steve with a big signal.
Well, I'm going to have to say it's either Hard Day's Night or 8 Days a Week, and I think it's going to be 8 days a week.
8 days a week, not a choice. Hard Day's Night is. Anybody else? LSV. Help is a choice. Anybody else? Let's see which one it is. It is Help, LSB. Let's get one more for you. As we close out the quiz, we know who the oldest Beatle was. Who was the youngest member of the Beatles? K1LSB, what do you say? George? Anybody disagree? ABJ.
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney is the youngest. All right, well, I'm betting it's either one of those. I'm betting Paul myself. Let's see which one it is. It is George Harrison, K1LSB. Well, Mark, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I just remember a story where they were, when they were a very young group, they were playing in a bar, and they had to kick George out because he was too young.
There you go. Well, that's funny how those things stick with you. K1LSB, ding, ding, ding. This is Carmen Gia, Echo 5 Golf Yankee. And when I return from putting my dog in the pen so we can play with my puppy, I'm going to do or die with you. Why don't you say hi to everybody and do a little stand-up comedy for about 45 seconds, okay?
Oh, good grief. I'm going to call Jerry and do the comedy. You out there, Jerry? Because he is some comic relief. K1LS. Susie does say I look pretty.
Looking at his picture on the phone.
When she met me, she said my mama dresses me funny.
All right, I'm back. Did anything happen while I was gone, Mark?
Not a thing.
All right, well, ding, ding, ding. K5GGY. You're the Iowa Hawk out there, Hawk. Thank you. Quit sending me pictures of young women, Hawk. I have enough troubles in my life. I don't want to be receiving those emails, okay?
Those are farmers. Look, you didn't check that.
What a nut, Iowa Hawk. Okay, Tim. No, Tim, not Tim. Mark. Mark, are you ready to be challenged?
Yep.
All right, K1LSB on the scorecard. Iowa Hawk sends me pictures of memes. I mean, they're nothing inappropriate, but it is weird coming from the Iowa Hawk. K1LSB, we're going to give you a point for that Beatles question that you just got right. And now this is do or die rules, ladies and gentlemen, so Mark can be knocked off the stage at any time if he's incorrect. And here's one you can get 2 points for it if you're correct and you don't need multiple choices. The hole located in the center of the iris is called what?
Pupil.
Pupil is correct for 2 points. Do you feel guilty with that question? You want me to give you something more difficult?
If it floats your boat, go ahead.
No, you're good. You got 3 points. You can get into the winner's circle with this correct answer without any choices. What do forward-facing eyes improve in cats? So listen to this again. This is an interesting question. What do forward-facing eyes improve in cats? Mark.
Perception.
Say that again, please.
Depth perception.
Depth perception is a choice. We have our first winner of the night. It is K1LSB. Mark and Susie, give him a high five.
Good job, guys. KC5, that'd be Jay.
Good job, guys.
Thank you, guys. Susie says thanks. K1LSB.
Did Susie come up with that, or was that you?
That last one was me.
I saw a video today about cats and snakes. And cats always beat the snakes because they're like twice as fast, twice as quick as the snakes. I did not know that.
I may have seen that same video.
Isn't that funny? They served it up to both you and me.
I learned that by watching YouTube.
All right. Yep, yeah, YouTube is great. I love it. Okay, KE5GGY, do or die. And here's an interesting question. For a new player, daily double if you get it without any choices. What is a baby's strongest sense? What is a baby's strongest sense?
Steal one.
All right, I hear. Let's go to HEM first because he's playing way far away from Dallas. Then we'll go to Remmel. HEM, what do you say?
I'm going to say
Taste, he says. Okay, let's go to DOY Remmel.
I think it's going to be smell.
Smell, says Remmel, and Remmel gets a daily double. KA6DOY, ding, ding, ding. 2 points for you, Remmel, and welcome to the Madhouse. How you doing tonight?
Just a minute, Pete. I smell Mama coming down. Over.
You see what?
I said, just a minute. I smell Mama coming down.
Oh, okay. There you go. KA6DOY is up to bat with a daily double question again. What sporting event is held every year on Memorial Day weekend. This is a two-pointer as well.
I'm going with the convention.
That is incorrect. That does not compute. Anybody with a challenge?
Kilo Fox 8, Kilo Bravo.
Bravo. Who's the Bravo station?
Kilo Fox 8, Kilo Bravo.
Go ahead, station.
Indy 500.
Indy 500. Remember, what's the matter with you?
I'm still waiting for Mama, Pete.
Okay. The Kilo Bravo. Give me your call sign again, please.
Yeah, Kilo Fox 8, Kilo Bravo. Name is Kevin.
All right, yeah, this is a new station, Kilo Fox 8, Kilo Bravo. And let me, I'm going to turn down the SDR so I can hear you. I was getting an echo, so I didn't hear your first name. What's your name?
Name is Kevin. Kevin. Go ahead.
Kevin, okay. Yeah, Kevin, it's weird. I'm hearing you probably better on the SDR, so let me turn that up. Okay, here we go. You got 2 points. Nicely done on that. And where are you at, Kevin? What's your QTH?
Little town, Hillsboro, Ohio, about 50 miles straight east of Cincinnati. Go ahead.
All right, well, let's keep going with you, Kevin. And here is your second question, and this is good for 2 points if you get it without choices. The longest day of the year occurs during what astronomical event? The longest day of the year occurs during what astronomical event? What do you say, Kevin?
Well, I can't say the name of it, but I know it's June 26th.
How about choices then? Would you like choices?
Yeah.
All right, this is the longest day of the year occurs during what astronomical event? Spring equinox, winter solstice, summer solstice, or autumn equinox? What do you say, Kevin, for number 3?
Summer solstice.
Summer solstice is his guess, and that is going to be correct for number 3. Way to go, Kevin. All right, 2 points away from a do-or-die victory. And here's a good one for you. Make sure this makes sense. Okay. Boy, I don't know. Okay, let's do this. This is kind of obscure now, but I don't know. Hey, you know what? I'm canceling this question because I don't think it's current. I think it's an old sports question that doesn't apply any longer. Okay, KF8KB KE5GGY. Here is your last question. If you get this correct, 2 points. You are in the winner's circle. What Roman landmark was used for sporting and gladiator events? 2 points, Kevin, if you can get it without choices. I do have choices if you want them.
I can see the place and I can't say the name. Right on the tip of my tongue. I guess we're going to have to go with choices. I can't say the name of it.
Okay, choices are A, the Colosseum, B, St. Peter's Basilica, C, the Sistine Chapel, or D, the Roman Forum. What do you say, Kevin?
Oh, Lord, I wasn't thinking any of those. I guess I'd fall on my face on that.
So Colosseum, St. Peter's Basilica, Sistine Chapel, or the Roman Forum. 2 of those places you wouldn't probably have a gladiator fight.
It's got to be the Coliseum.
I think I'd guess Coliseum as well. That's good for number 4. Good job on that. Now you're 1 point away from a do-or-die victory. Oh, I love this one. This is really something I hadn't considered before. This is a question that'll get people thinking. What event leads to the most extensive annual human migration? Okay, this kind of makes sense now that I look at the choices. What event leads to the most extensive annual human migration? So people moving because of an event. Let me give you choices because this is a little out there. Again, the question, what event leads to the most extensive annual human migration? Choices are A, Thanksgiving, B, Diwali, I'm not sure the pronunciation, but D-I-W-A-L-I, Diwali. C is the Chinese New Year. And D is Ramadan.
Well, I would have thought Easter, but I'm going to Thanksgiving.
All right, Thanksgiving, he says. That's pretty challengeable. Anybody want to try to take it?
ABJ.
ABJ.
Ramadan.
I think it is Ramadan. Anybody else?
J-O-N.
J-O-N, what do you say?
Yeah, because it didn't, I'm going to go with China.
China. Okay, let's see who gets it. The winner is, John, you took it away from Kevin. Chinese New Year. And this is the Chinese New Year migration is the largest human migration on Earth annually. Millions of people working or studying out of their hometowns will be hurrying home to reunite with families at this time. Wow, that's kind of crazy. And, hey, Kevin, thanks for playing. It's really, really fun to get new players in here, and we appreciate you being here tonight, okay?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's probably been over a year since the last time I jumped in here, but I just felt like it tonight.
Well, it's good to hear you. And K4JON, good evening to you. How's everything in your world tonight?
Nice summer day today. Looking forward to Winterfield Day tomorrow.
That's awesome.
And be doing some VE testing early. Heard quiet in there. Great. Goes the antenna back up. Hello, John.
All right. Well, let's get John. Let's get you up to bat. I heard Brian in there. Good evening, Brian, and Clyde's in there too. And here is a movie question. Movie question. Daily double if you get this without clues, John. What film directed by Steven Spielberg was released in 1975 and became the first summer blockbuster? Steven Spielberg, 75, first summer blockbuster. What do you say?
That has to be Jaws.
It has to be Jaws. Let's see. That is a choice, and that is correct. Daily double. Ding, ding, ding. Nicely done. KE5GGY. And let's see here. Here is another movie question for you. Actually, no, a music question, and this will put you in the winner's circle if you get it correct. And I think this is a very winnable question. What British rock band released the album The Dark Side of the Moon in 1973? This is for John for the winner's circle.
I'm terrible at music. But I think that was Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd, he says that is a daily double, and we have another winner. Hey, let's give John a high five. Way to go, John.
Way to go, John. KE5, ABJ. Congrats.
Good job, sir. KA601.
All right, 2 winners so far tonight. That's been pretty good. And John, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Here's another music question. Let's get somebody who has not been on this week to tell me who had a hit song by the name of Imagine in 1971. Who did the hit Imagine 1971? IUV.
John Lennon.
John Lennon is correct. And good evening, Cliff. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, quite well, thank you.
All right, here we go. That was a good answer there. You Imagine John Lennon. Here's number 3 for you. It is a Disney question. I think we had this the other night. What Disney princess castle is at the center of the Magic Kingdom? Which of the Disney princesses' castle is at the center of the Magic Kingdom? 2 points if you get it without clues.
Say Snow White.
Snow White, he says. Anybody to challenge? ABJ.
Cinderella.
I think it is Cinderella. Let's see. And yes, Ed with the daily double and the steal. Thank you, Cliff. Hello, John. How are you doing?
It's Ed, ABJ.
Oh, what did I say?
John.
Oh, John. Never mind. John's done. He's got a daily double. Ed, yes, of course, you're ABJ. All right, here's one for you. You ready?
Fire away.
1961, McDonald's was sold from the McDonald brothers to an individual. Who was that person for 2 points? I do have choices.
Kroc.
Kroc is correct. Ray Kroc, daily double. Nicely done, Ed. Here we go for the winner's circle. The first Starbucks outside of North America, opened in what country? I do have choices. You only need 1 point. So, Ed, what do you say?
Let's go with choices, Pete.
Japan, China, France, Brazil, Starbucks. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go take a flyer on Brazil.
Brazil. Interesting. Anybody else? Let's go to George.
Let's try France.
All right, France. Anybody else? One more barbarian.
Yeah, Joe Barber. I say France.
Let's see. Let's go to. Did I hear Jimmy MQS?
Yeah, I'm going to say Canada.
Canada, not a choice. And one more barbarian. Anybody else?
Yeah, Canada.
R.E.J. Allen. Hello there, Allen. All right, Japan. Good guesses. Let's see who gets it. The answer is Japan. R.E.J. Allen taking it away. Thank you, Ed. And hello, Allen. How you doing tonight? Yeah, we're drying out. In fact, next week looks really, really pretty beautiful here in Texas, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, here comes Ed. And let's see what we can get into with you, Ed. Maybe a new category or two. I'm sorry? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just, I'm totally distracted tonight. I got a dog barking in the other room. Alan, not Carl, not Ed. It's Alan. Good evening. How are you tonight? Oh, same here. And on trivia, that's good because I can call you almost anything. All right, let me see what I can get into for you. I'm looking, you're one of our winners often. And so when I do get a winner like you in here, I do try to make it a little tougher. I hope you don't mind that, Alan. You're not offended by that?
No.
All right, well, here's a tough one. What is the name of the Action Man who is the British equivalent to G.I. Joe? This is tough. You may need choices for this. All right, you'll get it now that I give you the choices. The choices are Matthew Exler, Tony Blair, Sean Connery, or Jerry Buchanan. You said Sean Connery? Okay, anybody want to challenge that? The Action Man, the British equivalent to G.I. Joe. Is it Sean Connery or is it something else? That's going to be a foul ball, I'm pretty sure, because it is Matthew Exler, okay? Foul ball. And here we go, Alan, with another one for you. Okay, here's one. I'm going to predict you're not getting this, Alan. This is going to be, I think, maybe a little too techie for you, but released in 2012 by the video game developer King. What type of gameplay does Candy Crush entail? So, what are you doing when you play Candy Crush? Alan, what's up with that? I can't believe it. Matches tiles is correct. Are you hooked on that game? Okay. I love it. Okay, Alan, you got 3 points. You have defied the odds tonight. You're doing great. Here we go. For a 5 in a row. We've had this one as well. Not recently. Daily Double. Alan, if you get this question, what was the first full-length Disney animated movie? So it's not Mickey Mouse, remember, or whatever the precursor to Mickey Mouse was. But what is the first full-length Disney animated film? I do have choices if you want them. Okay, choices are Bambi, Snow White, Fantasia, Pinocchio. Okay, he's going Pinocchio, and I think it's that or it's one other one. Anybody to challenge? Pam for the first time.
Snow White.
Ooh, Snow White and MQS.
Yeah, that's Kevin. I'll take Snow White.
Okay, I think it's Bambi, but let's see which one it is. It is Snow White. Hey, at 5GL, I think you just stole it from Alan.
That's the Seven Dwarfs.
Who said the Seven Dwarfs?
Well, you don't know my voice? I'm ashamed.
Yes. Hey, Jerry. Thanks for adding that color.
Well, you know how it is. I got to keep you stirred up.
AF5DL, KE5GGY, ding, ding, ding. Pam, just in time to go to the Grand Slam. What's the score between you and your husband?
I think he's got one and I don't.
All right. Well, Grand Slam, Pam, the Countess of 3916 trivia on the air. KE5GGY, and since you're going to the Grand Slam for the first time tonight, you get to pick the category: art, science, entertainment, history, grab bag, geography. Pam, what's it going to be?
My usual grab bag.
Hey, the grab bag. Let's see if you can make it to 4. Again, Grand Slam is 4 questions answered in a row correctly. No multiple choice. Each question more difficult than the last. And let's find a good one for Grand Slam, Pam. What was Johnny Weissmuller known as on the silver screen? Johnny Weissmuller was who?
Tarzan.
Tarzan is correct for number 2. Number 3. You've also had this before, so be careful. What city was the first to own a subway system, Pam?
MQS, and she doesn't know it.
I'm going to go with London.
London is correct for number 3. Getting close, Pam. And now we ask you a bartender question. Have you ever bartended at a party or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I was the bartender a couple of different times. So yeah, I know a little bit about it.
Okay. Do you know this bartender question? What kind of fruit juice is used to mix a Polish martini? What kind of fruit juice is used to mix a Polish martini? Guys, please don't look it up. That would be very cheesy.
I've never heard of it before. I didn't think martini had fruit juice in them. I'm gonna say lime juice.
Lime juice, not the answer. Okay, no cheaters. Anybody without cheating?
Yeah, Kevin.
George.
Well, maybe close, maybe wrong. Let's try cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice is George's answer. That's also incorrect. Any other barbarians? Ramel.
Grapefruit juice.
Grapefruit juice, another answer, and that is incorrect. The answer is apple juice. Okay, Pam, you have survived a barbarian onslaught. Here is your 4th question again. It's another bartender question. You might know this one. This is a little more mainstream, in my opinion. What kind of fruit juice is used to mix a salty dog? What kind of fruit juice in a salty dog for a Grand Slam, Pam?
I think that's grapefruit.
Grapefruit is the answer she gives. Grapefruit is correct. Grand Slam Pam does it again. The Countess of Trivia. Let's give her a high five.
Good job, Pam.
High five, Pam. Way to go.
Way to go, Pam. Great job.
Good job, Pam.
California.
An excellent job, Pam. Any rain checks out there as long as we're talking about Grand Slam? No rain checks? Let's go to science. We haven't been in science much this week. See what we can get into. Okay, here's a bear question. As in Big Bear. What is the heaviest breed of bear? The heaviest. Breed of bear. Who dares to answer that bear question?
LSB.
LSB.
Polar bear.
Polar bear is correct. K1LSB, Mark and Susie back on the scorecard. This is for a double tonight. They've won a do or die. Previously, earlier tonight, they were the first contestants. Now, if they can get 4 in a row, they'll be a grand slam in the same night. Space question. What was the first space-ready shuttle to be launched? What was the name of it? You know, they give them names. What was the name of the first space-ready shuttle to be launched?
I'm going to guess Atlantis.
He says Atlantis. Anybody to challenge?
Delta.
Bravo 0.
K-Buzz.
I'm going to go with Enterprise.
Enterprise. Anybody else?
Delta.
I heard BKG. Who was the other station?
Hey, Todd Radio.
Hey, Todd, come on in.
I'm going to say Columbia.
Columbia is correct. So a takeaway from the western slopes of the Rockies. K-Todd is up to bat. Mark and Susie, thank you. And Todd, you don't play trivia much, so this is kind of fun to get you in here tonight.
Yeah, I thought I'd give it a shot.
Here's your second question. What is the name, the term, for a wolf's home? So where a wolf, the big bad wolf, where would a wolf live? What would you call it?
That would be a den.
Den is correct. That's number 2. What gas has the characteristic smell of rotten eggs? Besides Jerry after he eats at Sonic. But what gas has the characteristic smell of rotten eggs for number 3, Todd?
I'm going to say hydrogen sulfide.
Hydrogen sulfide is correct. And that brings you to 3 home runs. 1 more, and you are a grand slam hitter. To find this is going to be your toughest question, so we have to qualify the question. It'll just take a moment. You've had this one before. We're going to lay it on you again. What animal has a gestation period of only 13 days? What animal has a gestation period of only 13 days? Todd for a grand slam.
We don't get clues on this portion of it, do we?
No. A grand slam. So just think of a very prolific critter, and maybe you'll get it right. I can tell you, I think it's a rodent.
Yeah, let's say a mouse.
Mouse, he says. Anybody else? I may have screwed you up on this with my suggestion. It may not be a rodent. Anybody who hasn't been on to challenge? Victor Whiskey. Is that Scott?
Yes, sir. I'm going to say a rabbit.
Rabbit, says Scott. And hold on. Let's see. Rick is out there. Let me see if there's one other person who has not been on. Anybody else has been on this week? All right, let's go to AA5 Golf Victor.
Oh, okay. The sugar glider.
I'm sorry, the what?
Sugar glider.
Sugar glider. I'm familiar with that. It's a foul ball and it's a possum. What's a sugar glider, Rick?
It's a small squirrel-like critter.
Oh, yeah. It's like the flying squirrel?
In a way, yeah.
Okay, I've heard of that. Okay. Hey, Ty. Hey, you're still up to bat.
All right.
Okay, I got to find a good one for you. Again, the last question of a grand slam is very important. It's got to be. All right, closest 2 wins this, Todd. This is a technical question. And there will be some people in here tonight that try to challenge you, because I think there are some folks that think they know this. What year did the programming language COBOL first appear before being standardized in 1968? Let me read this one more time. They're asking, what year did the programming language COBOL first appear before it was standardized in 1968? Todd, this is for a Grand Slam. Closest two will win, so give it your best try here.
Well, I'm going to roughly figure 5-year development. I'm going to say 62.
1962. Okay, I'll take two barbarians to challenge. All right, I had George, and right before George was Jimmy.
1968.
Is it 5'8" or 6'8"? 6'8". Okay, let's go to George. 1958 says George. The answer is 1959. WB5TXW with the takeaway. Thank you, Todd.
You bet.
I knew you were going to get that, George. I kind of knew it before I read it. All right, George. Here we go for number 2. HG, Hotel Golf, is the symbol for what element? Over.
Kilo Bravo.
Say that again. Over.
HG, phonetically that would be Hotel Golf, is the symbol for what element?
I don't know.
Want to guess?
Not even, over.
Okay. Barbarians, anybody who has not been on tonight. The Echo Station, what do you say? Mercury is correct. And what's the call sign, sir? Oh, is this the QRP dude? Okay, no, we like it. We can hear you. Can actually hear you tonight. Mark is K5WEZ. We got you there, Stanley, New Mexico. How you doing tonight, Mark? What's your temperature?
I had a about 33 or something, but I had to jump on that date. I used to get temperature.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's why we do science. We know you science geeks like to get in here. Mark, here's your second question. Again, you're going for 4. This would be the second home run of hopefully what will be 4. Would be a grand slam. And here is a wildlife question. What do koala bears dine on? What do koala bears dine on? Mark, this is number 2. Go ahead. Say that again. It says eucalyptus leaves. That is correct. 2 for 2. Going well tonight. Mark in New Mexico, KE5GGY with the third home run question. And this will be a closest to wins it. So the closest to the actual answer wins it. In the event of a tie, the incumbent, or in this case, Mark, would win. Question reads, how many bones are there in the human skull? How many bones are there in the human skull? Closest to wins, and we'll get Mark's answer first. What do you say, Mark? Give me that again, please. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that correct? All right, 6. We'll take 2 challengers. Anybody who hasn't been on tonight. R.E.J. Allen. All right, 10 says Allen. We'll take. How about somebody who has not been on? Anybody out there who hasn't been on tonight? Echo Mike. Hey, Ben.
I'm going to say 13.
Let me turn up the SDR. Go ahead. What's your answer? 13. See who's closest. Number of bones in the human skull. And Ben with a takeaway, the answer is 22. So, Mark in Stanley, New Mexico, thank you. And Ben How about this? Why don't we give you a rain check, and then tomorrow night, when hopefully we have better conditions, you'll be first up when we go to the Grand Slam. Would that be okay? All right, I'm going to make a note of a rain check for you. It's Ben in New York, HEM. And these don't expire, so come back anytime. Congrats to our winners tonight. Some fun tests on the air tonight. K1LSB, Do or Die, Mark and Susie. Congrats. K4JON got a Do or Die. Way to go, John. K5DL, the Grand Slam Pam, got another Grand Slam. And that's going to do it. 3 winners. If you're on the net logger, you're good for the lightning round, which is what we're going to next. If you're not on the net logger, we'd like to hear from you. Who's out there for a lightning round check-in?
YUV. Whiskey stop. YUV. WW5LW.
Got a couple there. DOY, MQS, VW, CWT, Lima Whiskey, Hotel Echo Mike. Anybody else?
COE. And YUV. This is in there too. YUV.
Got YUV and COE. Anybody else?
November 0 Delta Foxtrot Papa.
Is it N0DF?
Let me turn on the amplifier. I'm sorry, I had it on standby, Pete. November 0, Duluth's friendliest person. Just waving a hand there, Pete. Been lurking along.
All right, okay, Bob. N0DFP with a big signal. Anybody else? Anybody else for the lightning round? All right, let's get started and start out at the top of the list. K6, DOI Remmel. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Pete, I'm still waiting for Mama. I can smell her, but she's not coming yet. Anyway, I don't know where that came from. Thanks for trivia, Pete. Back
K6 DOY, KE5GGY. Nice 20 over tonight. Remmel, thanks for being in there. Next up, KC0 MQS Jimmy.
Well, Mr. Pete, thank you very much. And good trivia tonight there, partner. I knew some of the questions, but some of them I didn't, you know. And, hey, I don't know where you get those questions from, but they were good ones tonight. QS, back to you.
Thank you, Jimmy. Good to get you in on trivia. And you're about 5'9" into Dallas tonight. Let's keep going. It's Scott, VW. Hey, Scott, what's going on?
No, just messing with the computer and got the radio on for some background noise. And just listening to the rain. We'll get rain and fall here in Sand Springs, Oklahoma now. So, good signal, 5.9 plus here into Sand Springs. Back to you, KG5VW.
Yeah, nice signal too, Scott. You're about 20 over into Dallas. So you're running power? What are you running?
100 watts with no shock on.
Okay, well, you're getting down to Dallas in good shape. Thanks for checking in, and I hope to see you at Hamboree on May 31st and June 1st, Scott. Good to hear you. Let's keep going. CWT, Henderson, Texas. David.
Hey, Pete, good evening to you, and good evening to the appreciate you on trivia as always. It's, and I am so sick of rain. If I hear anybody start asking for rain, I'm going to punch in the face. I am tired of the rain. We're looking forward tomorrow to a little bit of winter field day if it's not too muddy outside. But anyway, that's all I got tonight. Hey, appreciate your opinion. Nice 20 over tonight into W5, CWC.
Yeah, same for you, David. You're about 20 over and sounded great into DFW. WW5LW, John and Vonda. Hey, John.
Hey, Pete, I got to enjoy listening to trivia tonight. Didn't have any answers, so I just kept my mouth shut and enjoyed it. Nothing else from Whitney. Back to you, W5LW. You sound great tonight.
Big signal from you, too. You're like 45 over into Denton, so well done, my friend. Give my best to Vonda and all the critters there at the Lears Farm. HEM, that's Ben all the way out in New York. Hello, Ben. How you doing? How you hearing us tonight?
Here it is, real low, here at least 30 over the back. Letting harvest from Market Street tonight, taking them down to the mill before field day tomorrow, and dropping off and having milled up so I can make my dog a range. Getting about 95 pounds and 10 years old. He's a Belgian Malinois. He's got us ready for the tip, so I got to build a ramp for him. That's what's going on here? Back to you, K85GGY, KD2AGO.
Out of 5-9 tonight, Ben. Thanks for checking in. It sounds like you have a busy field day weekend, so hope you enjoy. Let's keep going. W5COE. It's Killeen, Texas. James.
Hey, Pete. Everybody sounding really good out there tonight. Enjoy the trivia as always. Everybody have a good one. Whiskey 5, Charlie Ostreco.
Beautiful signal, great audio. 40 over into the Dallas area. Thank you, James. Next up, it's Cliff, YUV. Good evening, Cliff.
Good evening, everybody. It's about 36 degrees. Not too bad. Most of the snow's melted off this week, thankfully, with the warmer weather. Appreciate that. Been chasing DX. Been trying to get hold of Clipperton Island. And several hours at the time. Could not break the pile up. Hopefully I can get it done in the next week. It's been a lot of fun. Anyway, I've got some good DX on 10 meters. I got Brazil a couple times, and Belize, and then Japan a couple times. So it's been working out really well. Anyway, that's it for me. Tonight, and enjoy the net. KD0AV. Back to you, sir.
Thank you, Cliff. You started at 3-3 and ended at 10 over, so a little bit of fluctuation in conditions, but I generally hear you. Was nice, just not tonight so much, so I appreciate the relays that everybody gave me. Thank you, Cliff, and good to get you in here. Let's try Duluth, Minnesota. We don't get this guy in very often. N0DFP, Bob, Duluth, how's it going?
Well, it's going great, Pete. I lurk a lot, but I sure enjoy trivia and that. I'm usually here listening at night. It's 35 degrees here, Pete, and it's actually up a degree from what it was at 4 o'clock this afternoon. A little warming trend. I had a good time ice fishing for the last 3 days, and I just got home. Catching lots of fish still, of course. Hey, good to hear you, my friend. God bless everybody, and I'm hearing most of you. November 0, Duluth's friendliest person. We'll catch you down the log.
Okay, thank you, Bob, and good to hear you. It's been a while. And a quick question about ice fishing. How many 35-degree days would you have until you're afraid to go out on the ice again? How long can it stay warm?
Well, it depends on wind, too. I don't know. We can... they've shut it down twice this year because the ice shifts. It breaks away from the shore, and a lot of guys have been rescued from the lake that I go on because the ice breaks away from the shore. They're out there a mile or two, and they think they're safe, and then they can't get back to shore because they're drifting out there away from shore, and they can't see the shoreline. So that's a tough question, Pete.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, be careful. Be careful, and thanks for being in here tonight. I don't know that I'd ever go ice fishing. I just the whole concept of just wondering if you're going to go into the water is not very appealing to me. But hey, look, different strokes for different folks. Let's go to the net logger, and we want to acknowledge a friend that we lost recently last week, W5IT Silent Key, Donald Fauntleroy of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Don was a good friend of many on 80 meters. He checked in at 39.16, 38.55, and just was a great guy and a great operator, too. So W5IT, 7-3 from all of us on 39.16. Let's get the guys that does net logger in here first. AA5 Golf, Victor Richard and his better half, the Grand Slam, Pam, and the Countess of Trivia, AI5DL. Come on in, you guys.
Hey, good evening to you, Pete, and everybody else on the net. Hope everybody else doing well. Well, the temperature wasn't too bad today. It's, mid-50s, so it was okay. Not really blue skies, but not really overcast either. It was kind of in-between type of thing. Pete, you've been about 30 over tonight, so it's been up and down a little bit. And the only other thing I have to say is, have you heard anything about pricing yet? Anyway, that's really all I've got, Pete. This is our Power 5 Golf Victor. I'd be passing the hat.
Well, this is AI5DL. Not too much to add other than what my other half said. Another fun night on trivia. Thank you, AI5DL.
All right, about 40 over for you guys. Thanks for all you do there on the net logger. Appreciate that. And great signal, man. You guys are screaming out tonight on the HF band. Let's keep going. I want to check Elmer, see if he's still out there. W5SLG. How about it, Elmer? Number 6, New Orleans. It's KF5 UTM, Nola Jack.
All right, Pete. Not much going on today. Just rain just about all day. You know, it looked like we got more coming. You know, so just trying to lay low and stay dry. Anyway, that's about it. KF5 UTM.
KF5 UTM, 25 over. Staying dry is a good thing. And I think we're going to get sunshine next week, so that means you're not far behind. Good to hear you, Jack. And Jack's in here tomorrow night, by the way, running that net logger. We don't have a net on Saturday, but there's a great group in here that goes oftentimes later than Jack can stay up. It's getting kind of interesting on Saturday. That group will go till 4 or 5 a.m. or even later. Yeah, that's hardcore. Thank you, Jack. KC5ABJ Ed is up next, number 9. How about KB0KAD? It's Gary up in McLeod, Kansas. Hey, Gary. All righty, we keep going. The guy that gets the net logger, the trivia stream going every night on YouTube, K0SSD. How'd it go tonight, Tim? Was it a good stream?
Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it went really well. Audio and everything this time. Anyway, have a great night, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. And what a service you were offering. Again, if you want to listen to trivia some night and you don't have a radio, just check out YouTube, and there's a live stream every night. Also, if you want to tell friends about it and give them a chance to listen in without having to mess with a radio or with an SDR, they can get the live stream every night on YouTube.com. Just look up the Radio Brotherhood. That's the page that Tim has, and also just search for 3916 Trivia. We'll find it for you as well. Thanks, Tim, for doing all that. Conrad, Valley View, Texas. How about K5KUE? What's going on, my friend?
Make a hole for me, Pete.
All right, hold on just a second, Greg. K5KUE, what's going on?
Well, not much of anything. I was going to ask you if you ever got a chance to try the restaurants out in Valley View. Otherwise, I appreciated the Beatles trivia tonight. I actually knew most of those answers for a change. Other than that, not much else going on. Just sitting here listening to the mail. K5KUE.
All right, good deal, Conrad. No, I have not. I've got a good friend that lives out in Valley View, so I'll be trying that vineyard place, I think, pretty quick. I think we've talked about going there, but I'll let you know. It's fun. It's just far enough away from Denton to be kind of a pain in the butt to drive there, but I'm looking forward to seeing it, and thanks for being in here. Was that, who was that was trying to get in there?
Yeah, that's me, Pete, Buck.
Well, Buck, the man that writes the book on how to treat your woman as a wife and keep her in line, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good now. Had another close call with eternity there. Pete had some heart surgery, and I'm on the mend and doing pretty good now.
Well, you sound good. What are you on? What's your radio?
Oh, I'm on the same old DX10, Jesus.
Well, it sounds good. I know we jokingly say that you wrote the book on how to keep your wife in line, but I know your wife has kept you alive, so you're probably appreciating her more than ever.
Yeah, Pete, that's true. I've had to kind of slack off for her, you know, because you never know how good they are till you get close to losing them, and then it gets pretty short and go. So I might have to go and do some editing on my book here, you know.
Well, Buck, it's good to hear you. And, you know, and I got to get back to the net here. I got to get about 4 or 5 more on. You know, Bill was in the hospital, big gun, for a couple days, too. We were concerned about him, but I think he's out again.
Oh, yes, sir, he's out. I know about that. I got out, he went in, and he's out again. So I hear him on 18 in the morning sometimes. So anyway, I'll let you get back in it. I just had to hog in there and say howdy. So give him a grin and we'll catch you later. W5EAT.
All right, Buck, good to hear you. Big 50 over tonight in the Dallas. Let me get a couple others real quick. We'll get out of here somewhat on time. Number 24 on NetLogger, KG5QYC, Dan in the Colony. Hey, Dan. And we'll try Steve in Missouri, K0SDF. Hey, Steve, what's going on with you?
Not too much. Just enjoying listening and putting the voices with the call signs as I get to know everybody. It's a great group and enjoying being here.
Well, Steve, good to hear you. And nice signal. You're about 25 over into the Dallas area tonight, so keep it up. Whatever you're running is working. Oklahoma is next, 27, KG5GOG, Monty.
Hello, Pete. Just got in out of work about 10 minutes ago. So we're working on 10 days now with no sunshine, and it started raining again. Back home on the farm, the cows are having a problem out in the fields moving around because they're about knee-deep in the mud. Hard to get the tractors in to roll the bales of hay out. But I guess it's supposed to warm up next week, but I see there's still more rain coming. I think the lake's full, Pete.
I think you're right. And, yeah, it'll be good. I think we're going to have a good week next week with hopefully plenty of flying weather there, Monty, okay?
Oh, Roger, yeah. If those planes sit any longer, we'll have flat spots on the tires.
All right, good to hear you, and good to have you back on the air. I know you've been dealing with antenna issues. So KG5GOG with the 30 over. Let me get three more, and then we're going to go to the freewheelers. KF0AUV, El Rosa, Minnesota. Hello, Jerome. Do you copy tonight? Anybody here in Jerome?
Not here to my listening.
Okay, we'll say 7-3 to Jerome. KN4, Charlie Tango Golf. Andrew in Tennessee. Hey, Andrew. KN4CTG and KN4CPH, I think. Is that right? That's Melissa's call?
Yes, sir.
All right, good to hear. Yeah, that's Andrew and Melissa. You're both sounding good. Spring City, Tennessee. Thank you for checking in. One more, and then we're going to go to the freewheelers at 10 o'clock net. KD2 EMQ all the way in New York, where they invented the term okie dokie. How about it, Tom? How about an okie dokie?
Okie dokie there, Pete. Well, we'll say good evening to you and all the rest of the tailgaters down your way. Nothing much going on here. Another dreary, drizzly day. Didn't get a lot of rain, but it was just miserable. At least it was warm. We had a high of 43, so that's fairly warm for this time of the year. In fact, it's real warm for this time of the year. Anyway, nothing else new. We'll say 73s to you and all the guys down that way. And with that, KD2EMQ will pass it right back to you.
KD2EMQ with a 10 over tonight, all the way down here in Big D. And that's Sparrow Bush, New York, I'm talking to. KD2EMQ, thank you, Tom. Good to hear you. Hey, thanks to everybody that came in tonight for the early nets. We get started at 7 o'clock Central with the Ragtooth Crew, 8:30 Tailgaters, 9 o'clock Trivia. And here at 10:03, running a little late. I apologize to the late net guys, but getting ready for the Freewheelers net. Don't forget we're on the internet. If you want to become an official member of the net, get your name in the birthday shout-out. Just go to 3916nets.com, 3916. NETS.com. Click on the contact tab, and you can get your name in that birthday shout-out. You can also get that membership certificate suitable for framing. Website again, 3916nets, NETS.com. We are also on Facebook. That's easy. Just go to Facebook.com. Search for 3916. You'll find the group, hit join, and we'll get you in there. That's a lot of fun as well. Shutting down NetLogger for the early nets right now because we run a different version, a new version for the freewheelers, so I'm opening that back up again. Your net logger tonight is all the way in Charleston, South Carolina. Hello to Maddie, AK4QM. Thanks for being there. And your net control station, who hails from Festus, Missouri, is the first guy I talked to on this frequency back in about 2005. KC0MQS, Friday night QSO party, the freewheelers on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, here